Hi, this is Dr. Tom talking about the HCG diet. The last time I spoke to you, I talked to you about starvation because of the question of HCG diet being a starvation diet. The next thing that I would like to talk about on that topic is that what is the premise of most diets, whether they're any of the main diets that are out there. And the key to any diet is that how do you get people into what we call ketosis or fat burning without starving them or without severe starvation. So if you did see the last time I spoke, I talked about what happens when you severely starve somebody. So how is it that we can get people into fat burning or ketosis by just dieting but do it safely? The answer to that is to do a somewhat of a starvation, but do it over a prolonged period of time, thus forcing the body into ketosis without putting people into protein wasting called sarcopenia. The way this is accomplished in most diets is that you put people on very high amounts of protein. You take away all their simple sugars and starches and bad fats, and you only give them some more complex sugars in the form of fruits, but mainly high amounts of protein for anywhere from a 4 to 6 week period of time. The idea behind that is that, number one, you do avoid the muscle breakdown. You have plenty of amino acids from the proteins that you're eating to produce sugars for the brain, so you avoid the hypoglycemia. You avoid any of the muscle breakdown. And remembering that one thing I did forget to mention in starvation is that 70% of muscle, especially skeletal muscle, contains water. So people become dehydrated when they lose a lot of muscle mass. So that's why a lot of water is promoted. Light amount of exercise, which we will talk about at another time. Plenty of proteins to avoid any of these muscle losses and to provide sugar for the brain. The body will then go into ketosis over a longer period of time than starvation. But the problem with that approach is that you have to have hunger. You have to have a metabolic rate that's high enough so that you have a deficit of calories in order to burn fat and lose weight. It can be very effective and lose large amounts of weight in 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, some programs up to a year losing a lot of weight. But the problem is that when you accomplish weight loss by doing this slow starvation, being just a little bit hungry, your body is in a constant storage state. Number two, you are eating a lower number of calories that are making you hungry, so your body is going to adjust to that caloric load. Your metabolism will adjust to that caloric load that you're on, plus it's going to adjust to the amount of exercise you're doing. Now, if after you do the diet, you maintain the exercise, you maintain eating those type of foods, you do not take in excessive calories over what you're burning for the day, then you can probably keep that weight off for the rest of your life. However, we all know that hardly anyone does that. Any less of the exercise, any more of eating calories are going to be excessive calories over what your body is used to. Your body is still have a metabolic rate at a lower caloric intake. These are all excessive calories, which are surplus calories. So just to give an example, is that 200 surplus calories a day that are over and beyond what you've been eating on the diet with a little less exercise adds up to 73,000 surplus calories in 1 year, and that equates to about a 20-pound weight gain.